Tonight on Air Rescue, Jodie was just minutes from home.
Leave her on the spine board, get her in the car and rock and roll.
Can they get her out in time to save
Can you
her?
talk to me? Can you open your voice, Dale?
Yeah, this is tough.
Battling for survival beneath his own kayak,
30 grand.
a winch drop is their only chance.
Maybe there's no landing spot near the scene.
And a daring night mission
Maintain your height, got power lines there underneath.
to help a toddler in crisis. Westpac 1 has been called out to a serious car smash.
Westpac 1, we haven't got a crew on scene as yet, but we have a report of one female, code 9.
Code 9 means a person is trapped and needing rescue.
Give that Rumbo and Sean.
Yeah, thanks, Mark.
Rumbo is chief paramedic on today's mission.
Basically what we'll be looking at is a lady who is possibly in a critical condition if it's been a high-speed impact.
Rumbo is a no-nonsense paramedic and highly trained to take command in an emergency.
Our goal is to make sure that that patient gets back to hospital as quickly as possible and in the best condition.
The accident scene is surrounded by dense bush. This is the closest safe landing place, but it's still a kilometre away from the crash site.
Will we go to the left or right? Thanks, mate.
Crucial seconds slip by, and paramedics Rumbo and Sean can only hope to hitch a lift.
Loose flag, yeah, whatever comes.
They're in luck.
Can you run us down to that job?
It's an unmarked police vehicle, also on the way to the accident.
With this scene, we have to hit the deck running. The most important thing is to assume control and then speedily get to the hospital.
Much appreciated, mate.
It's a disturbing scene. A car has slammed into a tree, the driver is trapped, and rescue workers are fighting to get her out.
Yes, we're just trying to get the window, the roof rolled, and get her out.
The trapped driver was just minutes from home, and her distressed mother now arrives on the
We've got a
scene.
trolley binder there, mate.
Oh my God, that's my daughter in the car there. Please, I need to go and see her.
Jodie! Jodie!
Well, I was on my way to pick up my granddaughters and then I found all these services here and I knew it was my daughter.
This is a family tragedy. Jodie is a 36-year-old mother of 5.
Can you talk to me? Can you open your voice, Dale? Can you see where I am?
Can Rumbo keep her alive?
Morning, Westpac Lifesaver Helicopter, Rob speaking.
An emergency call comes into the rapid response base on the Tasman Sea.
Okay, water.
Water!
Water.
It's a sea rescue. A kayaker is missing.
Hey guys, water job to Sussex Inlet.
The missing man is 70-year-old Tony, out kayaking with his mates. The high winds and cold southern waters put him in grave danger.
At the moment, we know it's one kayaker in the water. Mate, I'm really worried about access at the moment, so is he near rocks? Is he open water?
Rescue crewman Luke now confronts the challenge of an urgent search and rescue. Hypothermia in an older man can lead rapidly to heart failure and death. There's no time to waste.
Look, the wind's blowing westerly, so chances are you may have just got blown over onto the east side of the basin. Copy.
Tony was last seen in this ocean basin. Today's huge swell has made conditions unpredictable.
Yeah, this is tough. The sun glare just adds to the difficulty.
He was paddling a white kayak. The foam of the whitecaps makes spotting him that much harder.
Yeah, sighted, 10 o'clock.
And there he is, a speck straight ahead. It's little wonder that rescue teams on the water couldn't find him.
Sighted. Okay, he's on the nose here, running in.
With the kayak spotted, the crew now move rapidly into rescue mode.
Running in the cable. Okay. Send him to the doorway. Cancel door. $60 to run, 60 below. 40 run, 50 below. 30 to run.
As Luke gets closer, it becomes clear just how critical this situation is.
Jody!
36-year-old Jody is unconscious and trapped in the wreckage of her car.
I want some pain relief drawn up in morphine. You doing that, Shawnee?
Watching from a distance is Jody's distressed mother, Lynn.
Jody has only been driving for 3 months and she hasn't had a lot of experience, and I've been worried about her ever since she got her licence.
Drivers in their first 6 months are 4 times more likely to have an accident. All Lynn wants now is to be close to her daughter. But that won't be allowed.
Darling, can you hear me?
Jody is alive and breathing, but her broken body is still trapped by the crushed panels of the car.
That right leg, has anyone access to right leg at all?
Paramedic Rumbo has no time to waste. His no-nonsense style is now what's needed.
Once we get her out, pelvic binder, monitor on her, have a listen to her chest, leave her on the spine board, get her in the car and rock and roll.
Cutters!
I want that fluid up on her, so drop it down to half height, bring that spine board in. Righto. Okay, on 3, come up. 1, 2, 3, up we come. There we come.
They've got her out, only to discover just how badly she's hurt.
She can't move her neck back, so I think she's dislocated one of the high vertebrae.
Jody has multiple head, neck and chest injuries, plus fractures in her legs.
As soon as we get that CT6 on, we're gone, mate.
She's still fighting for her life, but a dramatic turn of events still lies ahead. The rapid response crew is in the middle of a dramatic rescue.
Position is good. Set the guy now.
70-year-old kayaker Tony capsized 2 hours ago and is being kept alive by his brave mate Robert. Tony is too weak to get back into his kayak, and Robert has fought all this time to keep him from going under. In the bitterly cold water, he's suffering from hypothermia and is now totally exhausted.
Got him clear of the kayak and put him on the strop.
Rescue crewman Luke needs Tony's cooperation to get him to safety.
Height position's good.
We're just going to get the straps done, mate.
But he's barely capable of responding and has no strength left.
Taking up the slack.
Luke needs to keep Tony calm. Shock and panic can put everyone at risk.
I'm going to hold on to you, okay? You keep your hands down and we'll be okay.
Finally, Tony is lifted from the water that almost took his life.
Alright, mate, we're well okay.
It's a miracle from the sky, but he's not yet out of danger.
Let me get to the top, hands down!
hypothermia can kill very quickly.
Okay, sit up for me. Hold on.
Tony could not have survived much longer in the water.
Huh? Yes or no? That hurts. Okay. Medical car.
What the rescue crew don't know is that he has a history of heart problems and wears a pacemaker.
Right, it's John City, just my pass on Fernbase. Early male, approximately 70 to 80. So he's breathing quite fast. He's a little bit hypothermic as well.
A space blanket is urgently needed to raise his core body temperature.
Are you getting any better? Bit cold.
The priority now is to get Tony to hospital. Mother of 5 Jodie is fighting for her life. Critically injured after driving into a tree, she's being rushed to the waiting Westpac helicopter.
Let's bring her out to there and we'll do that pelvic splint here.
A decision now has to be made. Which hospital to fly her to?
I want to know how quick it is to here to the John or here to the shore. Yeah.
John Hunter's quicker by 3 minutes.
Okay. Royal North Shore.
It's Royal North Shore, a major specialist centre for spinal trauma, but a slightly longer flight. Pilot Ozzy first flew for the service over 30 years ago. He's helped to rescue countless trauma victims and knows that time now is critical.
North Shore, Doctor speaking.
We're bringing in a 42-year-old female, driver of a single vehicle, high-speed impact into a tree. She has a closed head injury. We're querying also a dislocation of the neck. Do you copy?
Yep, North Shore copy.
She responds to pain, but she's not responding verbally.
As paramedics Rumbo and Sean fight to stabilise Jodie, there's a dramatic development on the approach to the Royal North Shore.
Listen guys, the weather's really bad. Slow cloud at Royal North Shore.
Ozzy faces a life and death decision.
And go up to 1,000 feet.
They are 5 minutes from specialist care, but the hospital helipad is suddenly in cloud. Does he push on? Westpac 1 is rushing critically injured Jodie to the Royal North Shore Hospital. They are 5 minutes from specialist care, but suddenly there's a dramatic change in the weather.
Which way do you want to go? Back home or in?
Does pilot Ozzy push on, hoping for the weather to clear?
I think I'd rather go home because I know I'm going to get there. I'm not going to go in there. It's too low. Sorry guys. We're going home. We're going to John Hunter.
Okay, mate.
We know they're working furiously in the back to keep this girl alive, but we've given it our best shot.
We've been closed out by weather. We will not be landing. Repeat, not landing. We're returning to John Hunter Hospital.
Ozzy had to make a tough call, and it's now a 20-minute flight back to the John Hunter.
It's getting increasingly agitated, mate. I don't know whether we try a milligram of midazolam or...
Precious time has been lost. Rumbo and Sean must redouble their efforts to keep Jodie alive.
We'll go either way.
I'm going to half a milligram, mate. She's maintained her airway at this stage. She's got good stats.
After what seems an eternity, the dedicated efforts of the team are paying off.
Her beats come back to normal now too.
Jodie's vital signs are slowly returning. The drugs are taking effect. At last, Westpac 1 reaches the safety of the hospital.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that.
No worries, mate.
Pilot Ozzy has nothing to apologise for. Another life has been saved. Three months later, Jodie's life is slowly returning to normal.
I'll put your feet in the water. It's nice.
She feels lucky to be alive and grateful for every minute she can now spend with her children. As night falls, Westpac 1 is called out to an accident on an isolated property. A 2-year-old girl has fallen from a 4-wheeled motorbike, a quad bike. The remote property is hours by road from the nearest hospital. Her injuries are sounding serious.
As stated, 2-year-old female thrown off a quad bike, unsure of the speed yet. Obvious deformity to the left forearm.
Children with young bones are fragile and have to be treated with extra care. They'll need to get her to specialist hospital treatment.
There's nowhere to land on the property where we are. If Westpac could head towards the camping ground at Stewart's Brook.
Stewart's Brook Road, I've been in there. It's quite steep. There's not a lot of landing area in there from memory.
Landing in darkness dramatically elevates the risk.
Quite a narrow valley, isn't it? It is narrow, yeah.
Local police have secured the site, but in the pitch blackness, there's just a spotlight to guide them through trees and power lines.
Maintain on pass, go top of them now. Behind got power lines out underneath.
This is a critical moment with no room for error.
10 off the ground. 5, 2, 1. Left skid's coming light on. Heels on.
They've landed safely, but several kilometres from the farm where the little girl has been injured.
We've got reports of a 2-year-old girl who's come off a quad bike. A local crew's on scene with her, and they're treating her at the moment.
Paramedic Cameron gets a lift with the local police.
It's only a couple of k's away, isn't it?
We got Lily for you this evening.
Cameron finally gets to see 2-year-old Lily in the arms of her father.
All right.
Seeing injuries in someone so young puts everyone on high alert. Westpac paramedic Cameron has flown into the night to reach an injured girl on a remote property.
I'm Cameron. We're going to look after you, darling. Yep.
2-year-old Lily was riding a kid's quad bike when she hit a ditch and toppled off.
A lot of bright lights out here, isn't there, sweetie?
She has a suspected broken arm and only minutes ago was crying in agony. She's been given a small dose of fentanyl, a pain relief drug. Dad Graham is a single father who shares responsibility for his daughter. This was a special weekend away for the two of them.
Couldn't really describe the pain. It said it was some of the worst pain she'd ever had before.
Did she scream straight away when she fell off? Screaming the whole time, picked her up, screamed. The arm was bent.
Yeah, just in here, looked like I had a big bow in it.
Yeah, but there's also deformity up to the
All right. Because of where you are, like, you're out here in the boondocks, that's the reason the helicopters come off. So we're going to take you down to Newcastle, to the John Hunter Hospital. So we'll just...
Well, that's where her mum is anyway.
Okay.
So
All right. Talk to her about it beforehand, spit noise and that, but she'll have some earmuffs.
she'll be fine, mate.
Yeah.
She's good with everything.
Is that? All right. Okay.
She rides a motorbike, so...
So it's going to put a seatbelt on you, okay, like being in a normal car?
See ya. I hope your mum doesn't get too cranky with us.
Single Dad Graham is putting on a brave face, but this happened on his watch. How's he going to explain it to his ex-wife?
Lily was riding a little 50cc bike and just took off and that went for about 4 metres and put her on her side, aimed pretty hard, and here we are, getting in a helicopter. Nice squeeze your finger.
Not only is she brave, she knows how to melt hearts.
Can you count to 3 for me?
I was saying that. Just listen to the tower.
Please go.
Up we go.
Yeah, we can sort of adjust that to...
Count to 3 again, Dylan.
1, 2, go.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So clever.
Yeah, I can't count. So you counted better than I did.
Sweetie. We've got more medicine here on the way if we need to. If your arm gets really sore, we'll give you some more medicine.
Wide-eyed Lily may be comfortable on a bike, but she's never been in a helicopter before.
Is that man driving?
He is driving.
Oh, yeah? I'm a single dad, mate. I've got to take her home to her mum, yeah? Yeah, she's not going to like us.
Right, so you hang on to... This is Harold, is it?
Alrighty, let's go. Just coming in below us now. Copy, got a visual, clear.
Little Lily is in safe hands at the end of a big day. Six weeks later, the crew get an email from Lily's grateful dad.
Lily's broken arm now is fully recovered. She has a great sense of adventure and wants to get back on the quad bike the day after the accident. Here's a photo of her back on the quad bike, loving life. Thanks again for helping us.
She's giving you the bird, right?
And as for Lily's mum, she was just happy to have her little princess home safely.